Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Chairman, member of the Election Committee, the executive, members, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Khalid Rahman is my name, and I've been told that I should keep on repeating that I'm on serial number 5. So, because we remember numbers, not names, so I'm on serial number 5.
Name does not start with Z.
Yeah, it doesn't start with Z. So anyway, brief background about myself. As you know, I'm standing here because I'm a member of your institute. I'm the member of the English Institute, where I qualified from, and I'm a member of the Canadian Institute, and that membership I got because of the reciprocity between the English and the Canadian. Apart from that, I'm an alumni of the Graduate Business School at Stanford, and also Northwestern University, US. Ali, you're not the only one. I also went to the government school. So it's the Pahadiwadi school that I went to, and my education up to metric was up from that school. So I think the more important thing is that how do you use whatever you get from the surrounding and from the environment around you. And then God has given you a lot of capacity and the capability to develop yourself over a period of time. And if you have the will, you can do it. And I think that applies to all of us. As far as the institute is concerned, I was on the council of the institute for the term 2009 to 2013, and I have few of my colleagues from the council sitting here, and Nadeem Yusuf, he's here, and a few others. I was the Chief Operating Officer at ICAP for around 18 months, 19 months. I really enjoyed being here, and I'm at ICAP, and I'm very proud to be part of this council too, because I initiated the work of this council, and the first thing that I reminded the council that you all have given a manifesto. Therefore, that manifesto has now to be converted into an action plan, and that was done. And I'm glad that a lot of things that were decided as part of the action plan have been achieved. So well done, the current council. I have been on the international forum. I was part of the, I'm currently on the compliance advisory panel of IFAC. And that is basically they select one individual for each region. So I was selected from from Asia. So I represent basically the entire Asia region on that forum. There are only 6 members, and it's one of the committees that monitors compliance to statement of members' obligations. And it also looks at the admission into IFAC, and that's the body that sort of recommends to the board. These positions do not come easy. They may be recommended by ICAP, but there is a very, very competitive process. I actually went to New York to be interviewed by the nomination committee, and after a lot of rigorous sort of questioning, they selected me on the compliance advisory panel. Previously, I was supporting Yaqub Sattar on the Professional Accountants and Business Committee as a technical advisor. And I'm very happy that we have a very able individual, Khalilullah Sheikh, on that committee. And he has a very, very high profile and a high respect at IFAC. And Khalilullah, you've really raised the position of ICAP, and so did Yaqub Sattar. I think you've done very well. Now, about myself, what I am, well, I think this is the first line I did not put. It's part of my team who put it. So I would say with a lot of modesty that God has been extremely gracious and kind to me. And it's part of God's will that I'm here. As I said, Ali, you're not the only one that we went to the government school. So it's basically growth that takes place, and the growth that takes with the will of Allah. And we developed ourselves over a period of time. And as a consequence, I'm currently the Chief Executive Officer and a Managing Director of Swiss Southern Gas. Apart from that, I'm also leading the team from the government, which comprises of functionaries from the government, OGRA, the SWE companies, and we are doing a lot of work on the gas sector reforms supported by the World Bank and its consultants. So I'm the team leader on that program. I'm represented on different boards. I have been on numerous boards before, but some of them I resigned when I took over as MD SSGCL with the potential conflict of interest in mind. So currently I'm linked to boards which are either directly connected with SSGC or with the sector that we are in. I'm also the board of chairman to the board of SSGC LPG. PPL has been a very, very satisfying period for me. I left PPL in 2012, but I worked there as a managing director and a CEO for 3.5 years. But apart from that, I did different things in PPL, but I would skip that and I would come to what I think we can do for the Institute. Number one is that the image building, and I think the branding is very important, both locally and overseas, and I agree that we haven't had a fair share as far as international recognition is concerned. We need to do more. We need to do more in terms of branding ICAP with the corporate sector and the public sector, where we have to be seen to be more versatile and doing a lot of things other than audit and finance. We need to ensure that the professional accountants and business are more engaged in the industry. The CBTs, etc., are addressed properly. The overseas members are very, very important. And I was the first chairman of the overseas committee, and we were able to set up 4 chapters. Sanmat, are you here? Yes, so Sanmat is the current chapter. He is a hero, whereas I am still standing up before you. I also believe in good governance, and I think what Ashfaq Tola said relating to division of responsibility between the executive and the governance structure, that should be properly in place, and who else than myself would be able to understand that it's so important working in ICAP and being on the council too. We really need to work towards Institute being technology embracing. I think we need to we started with a committee on IT when I was the CEO here. I hope it will take to a logical form. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.